It was in June. It was late at night. One night I woke up with a horrible headache. I had the worst headache I ever felt in my life. Took 2 Tylenol, tried back to sleep. Then I woke up in the morning, I started feeling better. But then throughout the summer, the headaches became more frequent.
As a mother, his headaches became a great concern to me when they became debilitating. Kyle's a great kid. We could ask him to do anything, and he wasn't able to function. He wasn't able to mow the lawn. He wasn't able to drive. So they gave him the medications, but it really wasn't helping. And his headaches were so debilitating that he wasn't able to function. And that wasn't Kyle. He's got a spunk for life, and he's one of those kind of kids you ask him to do anything, and he will. He couldn't. He was debilitated.
My doctor said, Kyle, if the headache's getting worse, call me, because he prescribed some medication for me to break the headache cycle. At some point, it just stopped working, and then I called him back. He said, you know, just for the sake, we'll do an MRI.
When we received the phone call from Dr. Artacho, like my wife said, it was very unusual for him to call us directly because we hadn't heard directly from him in 18 years. And at that point, I knew something was wrong. I just knew that, you know, if a doctor's calling you directly, it's not going to be a good thing.
He said, I don't want to scare you, but get in here now. And that's how we kind of figured something was up, and he showed us the MRI, and it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. It was very large, and a layman could tell what it was.
It was clear what was wrong. It wasn't like a Where's Waldo poster. We had to find what was wrong. Instantly, you could see a object like this big in the center of my brain, creating what looked like a fluid buildup.
So we found out that Kyle's tumor was an extremely rare tumor that was actually non-malignant. So we had to figure out how we were going to approach it. Were we going to go transcortically through the brain? Were we going to go between the halves of the brain? How we were going to approach it.
When we were first diagnosed, he was first diagnosed with this tumor, we thought, oh gosh, we're going to have to go to Stanford or UCLA. And that's when we found out about Dr. Varese, and Community Regional Medical Center had a phenomenal neurosurgery center and neuro ward, and we were really blessed because we thought as a family we would be split.
From the time that I found out I had a tumor to when I actually went into surgery, it was about a week to 10 days. I created a list of like 15 questions. These are the questions these are things I learned over the years. They're kind of just science, pop culture, sports. But the first 4 were the big ones. The first 4 were, what is your name? What is your brother's name? What is your mom's name? And what's your dad's name? If I got any one of those first 4 questions wrong, then you know something went horribly wrong with the surgery.
On the morning of surgery for the tumor removal, Dr. Varese's staff was phenomenal. The neurosurgical nurses spent a lot of time with us, talking with us, getting Kyle to be calm, and for us to be calm. And they were remarking how that the conversation you have right before surgery, sometimes they will hear the patient afterwards talking about something. And so they always want you to be calm going in, so you'll be calm going out. And it was wonderful that they took that extra effort, explained everything to us, and just made sure that he was calm. And then with seeing our son calm, we were okay. And we were trying to tell jokes and laugh, just in case, you just never know. In case this was the last conversation, we wanted it to be upbeat and positive, and not just crying and, you know, telling each other we love each other, but we did that, but we also said how much fun we have in life.
The day my brother had surgery, I was at school, and I was just worrying, you know, is today gonna be the last day I see my brother, or what's gonna happen, you know? Once
we began surgery, it took about 2 to 2.5 hours to open the skin, to take a trapdoor of skull off. We took a piece of skull off completely, to open up the dura, or the leathery covering of the brain, in a cruciate fashion, meaning 4 points, tie that back, and then make a very small, we made about a 2 to 3 centimeter incision in the brain called a corticectomy, and then gradually work down. And afterward, Kyle woke up, he talked to us, he was Kyle. He wanted to eat. He didn't have any headaches. That was his complaint. That was what he wanted. We might have wanted to do to get the tumor out for long term, but what he really wanted was to not have headaches.
They found out that there was actually 2 tumors. It was an old one that had calcified years ago, and then a new one grew over it.
Kyle had an awesome idea that he came up with on his own, and he wrote out a list of questions and answers. There was 15 of them. And he said, Mom, I want you to ask me these questions right after I have the surgery. And this way, you'll know where I'm at, and I'll know where I'm at. And it was important to him. And so right after surgery, I asked him these questions, and before I could even get the questions out, he was like answering them because he wanted to know that he could do it, and he wanted me to know that he was okay. We are very grateful to the folks at Fresno Community Regional Medical Center. We are truly blessed in this community to have this facility, and what I want everybody to get from this is to know it's there, to know that if you have any brain injuries, spinal injuries, a stroke, heaven forbid any family have to go through what we've gone through, but know that you don't have to split your family up. Just be grateful and thankful we have these great folks there.